What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Matt and
Hector.
Coming back to you with a motherfucking video. Another motherfucking video. So, today we're talking pre's. I love pre-workout.
As do I.
Alright, so Hector's been training for pretty much muscle gains for about 6 months. And he's already experienced the entire pre, from beginner to like intermediate to advanced pre-workouts. And myself, I've been using pre for about a year and a half. I think the very first time I actually used pre-workout was like 2 months into training, so about over 2 years ago I had like a little sample of it. But it wasn't until, like I said, about a year and a half that I actually got into pre-workouts and started really doing my research to get that perfect stim. So this video is about pretty much 5 reasons or 5 signs that you're addicted to pre-workout. So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
What would your number one sign be?
Just like having a shitty workout. So guys, we have a very strong stimulant, God of Rage, that has signature 1,3-dimeth yohimbine and hordenine. Very strong stems. And then we have a very lighter stimulant, mesomorph, and then these two right here, kind of intermediate, bucked up sups and loco. Loco is a little stronger. And then Hector has psychotic. A lot of dudes that start working out, they buy psychotic. I don't know why. They do really good marketing. So a lot of people have experienced this. This is like very jittery type pre-workout. Mesomorph, God of Rage, and Loco are very even. You get a lot of even energy out of them.
Yeah, I would say
very concentrated, very euphoric. And then this is also God of Rage, and
as you can see,
can
of mesomorph.
Yes.
This is a solid pre-workout. I feel like this could be a beginner workout or just something you can use throughout your entire lifting career, to be honest. But everything in moderation.
So guys, Hector and I are trying to get absolutely massive. So the best way to get massive is to just be very passionate in our training, and we have rituals. I've created certain rituals that I do not part ways with, and one of them, unfortunately, is pre-workout. I love pre-workouts. I like the way that certain ones make you feel. I like how it just absolutely changes your, I guess, your mood. That's what it does. It fucks with your mood, and it does it for the best. The problem with that is that you become reliant on the pre-workouts, and then you feel like you can have either a good workout or a average workout at the least if you have a scoop, or if you don't take it, you're absolutely gonna have the worst workout of your life. And so that's reason number 1.
Yeah, it can play a real mental game. It's a mental challenge because you're like, man, I didn't have my pre-workout before this workout. Is this workout even gonna be worth anything? Like, that's part of my ritual. It's always like my step-by-step process that I like to take, and like I'm getting out of it. What did you say the other day? It's like your lucky sock.
Yeah, so it's seriously like, when I played soccer, I had a lucky sock, and it's like you have to wear that during the game or you're going to have the absolute worst game of your life. Additionally, it's almost like squatting a heavy single without knee sleeves.
True.
Like, think about that for all you big boys that lift big weights, and y'all use like basic gear, knee sleeves, belt. It's pretty much the same concept. Now, pre-workouts are good, and I do recommend you taking breaks from them every once in a while. So I take pre-workout pretty much every session. I'll take 1 scoop, no more than 1 scoop every session. And the problem with that is just being so reliant on that 1 scoop, and sometimes it doesn't even do anything. Sometimes I just get the effects of caffeine, just, you know, having more energy, or the beta-alanine. But
well, I feel like another sign is like when you build up your tolerance. So you start feeling, you know, you take a scoop and you literally feel nothing. So you have to take, you know, 2, maybe 2.5 scoops. And that's like another big sign that you might be a little bit addicted because you've been taking it for so long and your body has already built up that tolerance to that certain pre-workout. So that's another big sign that you might need to lay off pre-workout a little bit.
Another sign that you're addicted to pre-workout is if you're like a caffeine head and if you're a caffeine head and you drink like Starbucks, Monsters, and then you also have pre, that's probably a sign that you're addicted to like caffeine as a whole, but that you actually need the pre-workout because it has the caffeine in it. Once you stop taking this shit and you stop drinking your little Starbucks, your Monsters, you're going to have withdrawals, and they're like headaches from hell.
Yeah, they're pretty bad headaches. I'm actually going through a like a 2-week kind of like cleanse from pre-workout because I've been taking it for a while now, and I just like, it hasn't been hitting me as good. It still hits me, but it wasn't hitting me like in the beginning, because like in the beginning it's amazing. Like when you first take that pre-workout, it's just like when you have zero tolerance, it just hits. Your workouts are amazing, but it was starting to wear off a little bit, and instead of like me putting like double scoops or like 2.5 scoops, I was like, I'm gonna take a little break. But honestly, I've been itching. Like I literally want to, like I have to like restrain myself from like going into the cabinet and taking it. Like it's so hard for me not to like want to buy this product and like just take it. Like it's pretty hard. So that's why I was like, I should also take a break off of it, because that's the way I feel right now in my current situation.
Yes. So another good way to kind of see, or another reason why you're addicted to pre-workout, is when you justify buying different pre-workouts because they're less extreme. So right here, I have the 1-3 Extreme pre-workout by Centurion Labs called God of Rage. Whenever I want to take something light, like Mesomorph, I'm probably addicted as fuck to pre-workout. Like the real solution is like not taking it at all. And that's something I just got to work on. But right now I value just like having very euphoric workouts over the just not taking them. And the pre-workout hits every time. Keep in mind, most of these are going to be just simple caffeine, beta-alanine, vitamin B12, and then you have like different stims in them. But like for the most part, it's just energy. It's like having your energy drink every day, or your caffeine from Starbucks. This is my Starbucks essentially. And
yeah, people go every day, buy a cup of coffee. This is our cup of coffee pretty much. Like instead of doing it in the mornings, we do it right before our our workout session. So like instead of before class we get like a coffee at Starbucks, we get a scoop of pre-workout right before our workout. So like that's our routine. And like people out there, like if you don't have your cup of coffee in the morning, you're like, my whole routine's off, I don't have my coffee, like this is weird. You get a little bit of a headache because like you're used to that caffeine in your body running through your system, like just helping you through the day. So like that's how we feel when it comes to the gym, and like that can like kind of break us off a little bit from our routine, because like we're so set in our little ways that it just helps. Like this literally is like, it does what it's supposed to do for us, and it's a good thing, but like I said, everything in moderation. You need to be careful, honestly.
So I guess, I don't know if that was 5 reasons, that was probably around 4. There's going to be several reasons, but these are just things that we
feel like off the top of our heads, pretty much.
Off the top of our heads, these are things that are like, that come to mind. These are probably the biggest indicators. There's going to be a bunch of smaller indicators, but in reality, it's up to your discretion. If you feel like you're addicted to pre-workout, and you feel like it's an issue, like a real issue, just cut back. So maybe do half a scoop. And then for me, unfortunately, whenever I don't take pre-workouts, it's whenever I have off days. And I feel like I'm not addicted to it just because I was off for roughly 3 days, 3 to 4 days, and I didn't really have a desire to consume the pre-workouts. And maybe that's just because I wasn't training, but like I said, I never exceed 1 scoop, and I think that's how it should be for everybody. I think whenever you abuse the pre-workout, it's whenever you consume more than the daily value. So if you consume 3 scoops of like a Mesomorph, then you will be fine. But do that do that with one of these and you're probably going to be absolutely wrecked. You may end up in the hospital.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
You have to be extremely cautious with some of them. And like some of these I purchased from like local shops, so they sell like 1,3-dimeth and all your other pretty much banned stims, but your ones from GNC should be just fine. If you do 3 scoops, that's pretty much your fault. That's your bad, because
you're doing that to yourself.
Yeah,
literally.
What's gonna happen is you're just not gonna feel the effects of 1 scoop. And like, all in all, I'll just say this: just be careful with these pre-workouts. Like, you got to keep in mind, like back in the day, they didn't have pre's. Like, this is the first time in life, I guess, that they've pretty much progressed and they've created better flavors and more ingredients, this and that. So we're pretty much guinea pigs to all this. So like.